So in today's web dev tip, we're going to take a look at the JavaScript array map method and how you can use that to loop through an array of values and actually make changes to the values inside the array. So we've got an array of values here, so they're just some numbers 1 to 6, and we can use the array.map method. So you can call this on any array that contains any type of values, and it accepts a callback function in here, and we get access to each of the items in the array. So this function will get called once for each item that's inside of the array that it's called on. And what's crucial about the map method is that we actually need to return a value here to place back into the array at a particular position. So you can see currently in the output on the right hand side that we've still got an array of 6 values, but there are 6 undefined values that are currently in there because we're not currently returning anything from the map function. If we return 0 from the map function, you can see we get an array with all zeros inside. And whilst that might have some use cases for resetting an array or filling an array with a specific value, what's more likely is that you want to take the item that's provided to you at each position in the array and then make some changes to it. So a classic example would be just to multiply each of the items by 2 if it's numbers. But really it could be anything. If you've got a complex array with objects, you might want to take out a specific property and return that for each of the items in the array. But whatever you're going to be doing, it's likely there'll be some transformation, and that's what you're going to be returning from the map function. So another couple of things here as well, you've got access to the index position inside of the function that you pass into map. So this is the position of the item in the array as the function gets called for each of those items. And of course you can actually reference the original array as well if you have any need to do that whilst you're inside of a map function. So one thing that usually trips people up with the map function when they're not used to using it is it doesn't actually modify the original array, although it does appear to in this instance. So you can see here in our editor, we're calling the map function, but we're actually returning a new array when the map function's called. If I reference the original array down here, you can see it's still unmodified. Although the map function has run, it hasn't updated or mutated the original array. So if you did want to save the result of the map function, you would need to reassign it either to the original variable where the array was stored, or even better, to create a new variable and store it into there. So here we could say something like new array is equal to the array.map function. And then if we log that out to the console here, you can see on the output on the right hand side that we've got the new array with the updated values, and we've still got the original array untouched. So there you go, there's just an example of how the map function works with arrays in JavaScript. Make sure you stay tuned for more web dev tips.